aren't going to like it when people go up in their areas. You know what I mean? That's going to happen. But I think the overall consensus of people really don't give a fuck. We're just trying to get that bag most of the time. We're trying to make that money. You know?
Let me make something perfectly clear, too. We've addressed this many times. But this situation in particular forces me to reiterate the politics of YouTube. If you pretend that you are an active gang member and you have a channel on YouTube, you are lying to yourself and your subscribers. No, you're active. Bro. Hey, is it cool if I come down, big homie?
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be over here in the valley in a minute, bro. Fucking, I mean, fucking.
I just wanted your blessing, Neil Nazad.
And that's an inappropriate word I'm not gonna even fucking say.
Yeah.
Because I know how them dudes talk, because I've heard how they talk.
Yeah.
That's exactly how you feel. I mean, because if you're acting like a fucking jackass, like you obviously do, and your fucking boss sees this shit, oh, I seen you on fucking YouTube acting like a fucking idiot, man. I didn't know you didn't graduate from fucking 4th grade. They're gonna fucking think something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And the big homies are watching too. Thinking dude's got that "I'll gas you" type of vibe. Watching the gas these busters.
Hey, I want to speak on this situation right here, right? There's a prison channel called Convicts Perspective, and I actually just made a video about the guy on the left, Flaco. And in a previous video, I showed a clip of him explaining why he informed on his previous criminal organization, which is Nuestra Familia, based out of Northern California. And the guy on the right is Rojo. I don't know much about him, but I just seen this video of them. Apparently it says that it's a response to Neil Tazad, who's a black Sereno who also has a prison channel that's similar to a Convicts Perspective. So what I want to speak on is the fact that there's a lot of gangbanging going on in the YouTube prison gang channel community. These guys say that their #1 goal is to spread the truth about the gang life and to, you know, tell their personal stories so that the youth can actually bear witness to the reality of that lifestyle. But I actually disagree, because if you check the analytics of these kind of videos, the common age of their subscribers aren't the youth. It's men between the ages of 35 and 50. So at the end of the day, I think that whole "I'm doing this for the youth" thing is inappropriate, man. It's like, you know, it just doesn't make sense, you know. And I think it's ridiculous that these guys always go at each other. I think it's sad. I think that these guys are really just using their prison experiences and their gang experiences to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that at the end of the day. I mean, YouTube is a hustle. It's a public platform. Anybody can make a channel. Anybody can monetize a channel. But at the end of the day, it's just, I guess what I have a problem with is the fact that these guys are informants. These guys explain why they informed, and they make it like it's not a big deal. They make it like they informed because their gang or criminal organization betrayed them. But then when they go on YouTube and make these channels, they start beefing with each other, and they create these YouTube wars with other prison channels. And I just look at that like, if you couldn't handle your business with the guys that you told on, you know, then I just don't think that it makes you look very, you know, your integrity is just that question when you do try to handle your issues with other guys who dropped out of their gang on YouTube. You know, at the end of the day, man, I don't have anything against these guys, but I don't know. I mean, like Flaco, he told the story about why he told on his friends in his former organization. Those guys went to prison because of him, and the way that these guys carried themselves follows this machismo and bravado. It just kind of bothers me, because you told on people. You know, you make a living based on gangs and prison organizations. You know, these guys actually talk about current events in their previous gang, Nuestra Familia. Like if there's an indictment, they'll talk about that. They tell stories about being in prison and stuff like that. So these guys basically make a living from the organization that they told on, that they put in prison. And nobody asked Flaco to join Nuestra Familia. He had a great life. Like I said, he was privileged. His mom has always been a very successful real estate agent, so she was always there for him. She provided him luxury vehicles to drive in the 90s and probably to this day. And like I said, man, it's just, you know, hey, I respect the prison channels, but I wish you guys would be more like Convict Inc. Rob tells stories. He doesn't embellish. He doesn't try to make himself look cool. He doesn't try to make himself look tough. He tells his stories. They're very entertaining and very interesting, and he brings you into the prison from the perspective of a normal guy. He doesn't try to add on anything extra. When you listen to Convict Inc., you're listening to somebody who's like a normal guy just like you, and his prison experiences are something that you can relate to. You know, everybody can't relate to the ultra cool, ultra tough guys like these guys portray themselves to be. So my advice is, hey, if you're informed on your gang and you put people in prison and you were afraid to handle the conflict that you had with them, because Flaco said that he informed on his criminal organization because he had an issue with one guy, he didn't handle that situation with him. He didn't speak to him about it. He didn't fight him. He didn't do anything to that guy. He actually just told on him and informed on him and wore wires on him or whatever. But when it comes to other YouTube channels with people who dropped out of their gang or informed, you're quick to go at them and argue with them and diss them, and it's just, I don't know, man. I just would prefer that these guys stick to the message.